cookies. Are you crazy? You're gonna be sick. Okay, hey guys, it's Vanessa. Welcome back to my channel. This is a little bit different than what I normally do. I am trying out some chocolate chip cookies, testing out 13 of the 20 hacks that Tasty tested just a few days ago in one of their videos. Guys, basically just some things to help you out, like with your eggs, your butter, using coffee, making your own brown sugar. Like, that's the one I'm most excited about. So using bread flour, things like that. So I'm just using the basic Toll House cookie recipe. I just found it online. It's not even my own recipe. It's just doing the way they did it. I eliminated some of the hacks that they tried because they didn't work out, and I figured I'm not going to repeat it. I just want to try the ones they said did work, and she seemed really impressed with the cookie at the end. So 13 of them were good to go. I'm going to give them a try. We're going to get right into this video. And one thing I just want to say is take a second and subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any more future videos. I do grocery hauls, what's for dinners, and I'm going to start doing a few more videos like this, just testing random different things that I'm seeing out there that are going viral that everybody else is really into. So now we're going to get into it. All right, so the very first hack is to use bread flour. Okay, so basically I've always used bread flour when I make my shortbread cookies because I find it makes them a little bit more tender. But in this recipe, the whole idea about the bread flour is that there's gluten, which is what helps give your bread shape and whatnot. So this is going to help make your cookies a little bit. Okay, so I'm just popping in here for a minute because after I started typing out the hacks and a list to put in my video, anyway, background stuff, I realized that I did not use bread flour. I used cake and pastry flour. So I'm just calling this my own hack, and we're gonna do the comparison based on using cake and pastry flour. For some reason I thought I had bread flour in my cupboard. I don't. I use cake and pastry flour when I make my shortbread cookies. That makes way more sense because it makes them really tender. But I did a little bit of research since my little flub, and it said that cake and pastry will also give them a chewy texture. So I'll let you know if that works, if it's a substitute for anything or whatever. So getting back to the video. Sorry, I'm an idiot. You're welcome. Welcome to Random-Ness. Cookies is going to make your cookies chewier. So that's the first step. So let's grab our bowl. Now for the Toll House recipe, you need 2.5 cups of flour. So I'm going to go ahead and measure that. Hack number 2, Miss Unprepared here, which I'm not even sure why I'm doing this hack, because even as per Rie on Tasty, she's like, this is kind of silly, but let's just do it anyway because, you know, you scoop your flour. I don't know. See, that would make me think that you're going to get more flour in here, which is you're not supposed to, right? The whole point is not to tamper it and shake it down, but let's just do it like we're supposed to. This is going to take me forever. I don't normally have my flour in a bag. I do keep my cake flour in a bag because I'm going to rip this. I keep it in a bag because I don't want to mix it up with my all-purpose. I don't need to be making bread with all-purpose flour. Although today I am trying to make cookies with bread flour, so woo! All right, let's try again. Here we go. This is just taking forever. This will drive me nuts. And I'm dropping some in there, so we're gonna have a little extra flour. And of course, I don't have a knife. Just the back of your knife. 1. Now we need to do this again. Here we go, 2.25. That only took 3 minutes. There's 3 minutes of our life we will never get back. Goes next. I don't know if this is baking powder or baking soda, so a teaspoon of salt. Here we go. Seems like a lot of salt. Give her. All right, I almost forgot one more hack that goes into your dry ingredients. Yes, I had to special buy this because we don't drink instant coffee, is to put a tablespoon of instant coffee. And I'm not gonna go crazy. There. Funny enough, this is decaf, so these cookies won't keep you up all night. Why is it a square? What is with this lid? Is it? I'm not even, we're just gonna put it there and pretend that it didn't happen. Now we're gonna cream together the other ingredients, but the whole point of this is to test the hacks, right? Right. So before we do that, I pulled these eggs out of a cold fridge. Now when you're baking, you wanna cook with room temperature butter, room temperature eggs, all that good stuff. So hang on. So in the video, Rie says if you set these in warm water for about 3 minutes, they'll come up to room temperature. We'll crack them into here in a minute and see if that's true. And what's the next one? Your butter. This is not room temperature, and I took it out like half an hour ago. She says you take your butter out of the package and set it inside a Ziploc bag and beat it to death. Well, no, pound it out flat with a rolling pin so that I guess it comes to temperature quicker. There we go. I need a tasty crew that'll clean up after me. That would be fantastic. Do you want to be part of my crew and clean up for me? So I'm not going to zip it shut because I don't want it to blow up. But all right, ready? I'm gonna take off this stuff. So she says, just go to town. Ow. Pound it out till it's like almost flat. This is really great because my spouse is having a nap. This is gonna go over well. You know, I'm not gonna go crazy because when she did it, it was really flattened out, but she had to like peel it off the plastic. So that should be fine, I think. You know what else would be a good idea if you wanted to bring it to room temperature? And this is just a Ness hack, is use your hands and do this and just kind of massage it out. It's still gonna stick to the plastic, I think, but your hands are warm, right? So you're warming it up. So if you just wanna play with the butter, right? It's already feeling warmer, actually. All right, so I'm gonna leave this with the eggs. We're gonna let this come up to room temperature. I'm gonna give it, she gave it 10 minutes and it was pretty cool. So let's leave this for 10 minutes and we'll come back. All right, 10 minutes. It's pretty soft, actually. I mean, it's malleable, right? I would just kind of roll it like this and kind of massage it in my hands. Let's check our eggs. So, ooh, wow. I mean, they're room temperature for sure. They're nice and soft. Like she says in her video, if they were, the words are lost to me. Basically, if they were cold, they wouldn't be jiggly. They would be a little firmer. We'll dump our eggs in here. Well, actually, we're gonna wait because we're gonna mix those in one at a time. I still gotta bake the cookies like a proper person that bakes cookies, okay? I can already tell. Actually, I mean, it's not horrible. Let's just cut the bag. No, that's not gonna work either. Oh yeah, it wants to stick to the bag. So I'm gonna have to wash the scissors. So just cut your bag. I guess, I mean, if you're in a pinch and you really want to cook these cookies, you would do this. I wouldn't do this. I would wait, or I would microwave my butter. I've made chocolate chip cookies with melted butter. They are amazing. And actually, it's how you get that really nice cookie. So this is lovely. Oh man. Can you guys see this? Like, butter. Okay. No. There. All right. I mean, you know, now I just wasted a bag, but okay. That worked. Sorry about that. We had a little tripod, little mishap. So there's the butter. Looks cute. All right. So this one I'm really excited about. we are making our very own brown sugar. And it's really funny because if you're from New Brunswick where I am, you've always got molasses. There's molasses in your cupboard, always. As she said in the video, she said, who has molasses in their cupboard? Basically, I mean, we all know what brown sugar is. It's molasses and sugar. But, all right, we got this, we got it. It doesn't say to measure or anything. It just says till it's at the consistency you would like it to be. And you use your fingers, but I'm gonna, I don't know if you can see this, I'm trying to get you. I'm just pouring the sugar over the molasses. It's really neat the way it kind of slurps around in there like that. You see that? So, in the video, she's using her fingers. I'm gonna just keep playing with it like this. Oh, it's lovely. It looks like little worms in there. That's lovely. Isn't that lovely? And it's breaking up more, and then I'll feel like I can play with it with my fingers a little bit more. So, I got rubber gloves.
But I'm saving them for grocery shopping.
All right, now I think I can get in with my fingers. Oh my gosh, it's turning into brown sugar. I don't think you know how happy this makes me. Oh my God, it's brown freaking sugar. Oh my God, and it smells amazing. Like, this is probably gonna taste better than regular brown sugar. It's so moist in my hands. So keep working it, because I think I might have put a little bit. She added more to hers because like she said, she likes dark brown sugar. So I guess it just varies. This just made the sugar so soft and fluffy. Like, I'm kind of blown away right now. You guys see that? It's so soft. Like, it's insane. All right. I'm gonna keep working this. And I think it's gonna be perfect. It's not dark, it's not light. It's the perfect consistency for these cookies. This is exciting. All right, all right, all right, all right. Basically, all the hacks for the two mixtures, we're done. We're gonna get to mixing this stuff together. So we need a 3/4 cup of white sugar. This is the Toll House recipe, okay? We're gonna add our brown sugar. I don't know if it like, you know what? It just made sense. That's why you pack brown sugar, because I put 3/4 of a cup of white sugar in there, added molasses. All of a sudden, oh, you can't see there. I have leftover sugar, but that's why you pack it, because it's all going in there. Right? Makes sense. Makes sense in my head. Maybe not out loud to you guys. Made sense in my head. A lot of things make sense in my head that don't make sense to anybody else. All right, so we're gonna start by doing creaming together the sugars and the butter first, and then I will add 1 egg at a time. I'm going for about 3.5 minutes here. All right, sorry about that. I have 3 dogs and a child, and nobody wants me to do this video today. Anyway, here it is. Okay, I have it all. It's nice and light now, and it's all combined. That was aggressive. I am going to add 1 egg at a time till it's incorporated, and then we'll add the next. Because then you don't, if you add too much at once, it might not all incorporate well. And you really want to do this before you add your dry ingredients. We'll add the last one. Crank it up. There you go. So we have our wet mixture ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and add our dry mixture, except I like to mix this by hand because I don't want to over mix it. I'll add about half of it first. And just kind of scoop it in as best I can, just to avoid a mess. That's pretty good, and we'll add the rest. Okay, I need to calm down. You need to calm down. You're being too loud. No? Belle loves when I sing. So the next hack after this is, now I've seen it before where Tasty refrigerates their cookie dough overnight. I've done that before when I make cookies. It does work. One of the hacks she didn't test, because she said she believes you should let it rest overnight, was to just stick it in the freezer. I'm gonna give that a go. I've done that before with like, if my dough started to get really soft as I was cooking my cookies, but I've never done it for like 2 hours. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna lay these out on a tray on some parchment paper, shape them out, and now we're good. I don't see any more visible flour in here. I'm gonna lay them out, shape out the cookies, put them on parchment, lay them in the freezer, and then we're gonna bake them after 2 hours of being in the freezer. That's my hack. Well, that's the hack I'm gonna test that she didn't. Next hack. I just realized I didn't put vanilla in the cookies. But you know what? Okay, so this is interesting. We're gonna go on the fly. What she had said to do was use maple syrup. That's the hack. If you don't have vanilla extract, use maple syrup. But when she took a bite of the cookie, she said she didn't like the afternote of it. So I wasn't gonna use the maple syrup anyway. So I said, I'll just use vanilla. But she said, if you don't have vanilla, just leave it out. So the hack today is gonna be pretending we don't have vanilla. And I left it out on purpose. You're welcome. All right, so the next hack is using Hershey's chocolate bars as opposed to using chocolate chips. So for me, I know when I was younger and I would do some baking, I remember having a lot of Easter chocolate left. So I used my bunny to make things. I made like a chocolate trifle. I know, I was a weird kid. I baked a lot. I guess that doesn't make me weird. So yeah, I've used unconventional chocolate for baking before. I've never wasted, no, I shouldn't say wasted. I've never used an entire chocolate bar. So I'm kind of excited about this one because, I mean, I know they're great with s'mores. So we are gonna chop these up and use them in place of chocolate chips. So I'm not gonna do that stack at once because, well, frankly, that's just not gonna end well. So I'm gonna go this way. Now let's do this. Oh, nice. My hands are melting already. This is why I hate chopping chocolate. My hands are freezing until it's time to cook, and all of a sudden I've got the warmest hands on the planet, so go figure. Okay, so do you see how graceful I'm being? Like, why is my hand holding the knife this way? From it. All right, so we got all our chocolate ready. Mega happy with that. Looks nice, actually. I would eat a cookie with that in it. Wouldn't you? I would. Why do I have this butter out? All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, I don't know what that was. First step, we're gonna add our chocolate to our cookie dough. I would say this cookie dough looks incredible already. Let's hope I didn't botch it by not putting vanilla. I don't think I've ever not put vanilla in my cookies. So, hello. All right, there you go. So I will say I see like little bits in the dough, and I think it's from the molasses. I don't know if you can tell. Like little, I don't know. It's a little bit, it's got funny little bits in it, and I don't think it's from the chocolate chips. I think it's from the molasses. I'm not mad at it. All right, the next hack, and I'm sure most of you guys have done this. I mean, I've done it, but let's cut this parchment to size. All right, so like, I don't know about you, but that's gonna drive me nuts. So you take a little bit of your dough and you use it as a glue. I've done this before. I used to do cookie baking, decorating professionally, like amateurly professionally. I didn't have a store or anything. And you stick it on the back of your parchment. So what happens when you don't have a fancy cameraman. You stick it on the back of the parchment like this, like a glue, and you push it down so that your stuff will it'll stop rolling around. So I know, genius, right? But it is neat, and it's like these cute little hacks that if you don't know them, well, they are neat, right? And when I first discovered this, it was really, really neat. Next hack, cookie scooper. So I think a lot of people do this anyway, but helps give you uniform cookies. She says that it makes them more rustic. I think it makes them rounder. I think if you used a spoon and just went, that's a rustic cookie. But anyway, what do I know? This might be a little bit big, but we're gonna go for it because we want some giant cookies today. Perfect. So we're gonna separate them enough because I think these will spread a lot. Yeah, they're very warm right now, so they wouldn't bake up very nicely. Oh my goodness. So I am gonna bake some of these without freezing them just to compare them. So we know if there's like a big difference, because I don't know about you, but once I've started this process, I don't wanna wait. So now I've gotta wait 2 hours to cook these. So we're gonna cook some other ones right now. Ooh, it's so warm though. Like I probably wouldn't bake these anyway myself because they're so warm, but we're gonna do it because this is a real true test of things. Okay, good. We did that, we did the scooping in the freezer, and we're gonna add the next one. So it doesn't say to add more of your chopped chocolate, but if you want your cookies to look a little prettier, go ahead and top them with chocolate chips right before you put them in the oven. So just like that. And that's how they get that picture perfect cookie when you look in magazines and stuff, because they're placing them right before they cook them. Now, if I'm about to make, 6 dozen cookies, so these are going in the oven at 375 for 10 minutes. So ignore how dirty my oven is, but I won't lie, I'm a little bit nervous. Can you see? Because they look like melted snowmen. Those little marshmallows. Anyway, yeah. I don't know if it's because it's really frozen and cold in the middle, so we'll see. They still have 9 minutes, so fingers crossed. Okay, so we're taking these out, and they do look really messed up and burnt. I'm hoping maybe they'll settle. We'll see, and we'll compare them. But I'm not holding it. Okay, so let's just see how this one breaks open, because that's what I'm nosy about. Oh, they're so chocolatey on the bottom, like it's still melting on me. So let's take a look. Oh, I like that. It's kind of chewy. Breaks open really nice. It's the edges I like that are like crispy. I mean, it's really good. Homemade brown sugar. I'm not really missing the vanilla. That's interesting. We'll take care of this. Okay. So I'm gonna put that aside because I can't eat the whole thing or I'll be sick. And let's try this one. Like I said, this one's still warm, so I feel like it has an unfair advantage, but we're gonna go for it. If there weren't such an excessive amount of these burnt edges, they might have been okay, but I don't know what you can do with that. Let's see. They're definitely chewy, so the cake and pastry flour actually did that. I don't think it's because it's warm. It's like there's more depth. This is one that I sprinkled a little bit of salt on too. I'm not tasting the salt, so like in a good way. It's almost like the flavors kind of developed more. Does that happen to a cookie while they were sitting in the freezer? So I guess the first step would be to use a smaller amount and maybe squish them down a little bit before I put them in the oven, because I think that having the big ball really froze in the center and it didn't have a chance to set out and it just got too dark. But I think it's a good idea. I think I prefer these. I guarantee they're all gonna get eaten. But I liked it. I like the idea of making my own brown sugar. That's weird. I'm gonna go feed these to my family now. Not myself. All right, until next time. All right, just testing, just testing.